Good morning, everybody. I'd like to thank God for another day and another opportunity to be here. Yesterday, I've been looking for a truck, and it's a very special truck. It's a long bed crew cab, four-wheel drive, gas burner with power windows, door locks, and cruise control, but in a work truck package. They're just not done like that very often. There's one in New Orleans. So I talked to the salesman, find it on the internet, on Facebook Marketplace, and I asked him, I said, they're at 39,000. It's 2018, got 20,000 miles. And I asked him, I said, where are we at on price? And he said, well, when are you going to come and take a look at it? And I said, I don't have the ability to just run over there and everything. He said, well, it's been here a while. You're the first person that ever showed any interest in it and everything. And so, your leverage would be if you were to go ahead and come over. And I said, well, let me ask you this. How about we figure out a price and everything, and I'll go ahead and PayPal you a deposit immediately and to show you I'm serious about it, and then I'll come on over. Well, my managers is saying and everything. I said, hang on, man. Let's not go there. I said, one, there's a whole different way of, being able to sell people and everything. I said, the other thing is these guys have probably got 1950 plaid suits with a tie on that's big enough that looks like it's stolen off the clown trailer and everything like that, And you advertise a car that you want to sell on the internet, but then you don't want to complete the deal on the internet. That's kind of strange, but okay, because I understand that, everybody's been doing it since 1950. Get them to the dealership, get them on the lot, and then we can sell them and everything like that. Well, that's not always the case. The thing about it is that we rock on with this discussion, and he says, well, who just buys a vehicle strictly on price? And I'm like, well, I do, because I already know what I'm buying. I've looked at them before. And so then it comes to the point of where he says, would you come right over if it was for $25,000? I said, yeah, absolutely. He said, well, why would you do that? And I said, well, because at that much of a discount, I can lose twice, buy it the third time, and still be in the profit zone, so to speak. And so to me, it makes sense to go ahead and take that risk like that. Okay. And so I told him, I said, look, man, he came back at 36. I said, nah, I'm not willing to do that. I said, but, I'll give you 32.5 at 6% or less on the financing. And I'll go ahead and PayPal you $500 within 10 minutes after receiving a buyer's invoice and an acceptance of the deal. He said, no way, we'll never do that. I said, okay, well, just a couple of things, man. I said, I made a counter offer and you stopped the deal. And the thing about negotiating is always leave the door open from your side. Don't ever have it to where it stops with you. Always make sure that, even if it's ridiculous or low, make sure the door stays open on your side. And I'm not talking about, well, if you could ever match my price, give me a call or something like that. Give an offer, That way they've got something that they can come back to and say, hey, this person did make this offer. Maybe it's still good, because I told the guy, I said, man, I said, what I would have said is, if I was to get you the price of $34.5, would you go ahead and do the deal right now? Don't ever tell anybody no. Just say, if I can do this, would you go ahead and commit to the deal right now and sign? I would have said, yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, they didn't say that. I don't know if they would have taken $34.5. However, I would have committed to that price and the deal would have still been rocking along. As of now, it's a no-go. It's dead in the water. And Robbo left that door open. And unfortunately, so many people sit there and they will listen to respond because they're already on the defensive. They already got their agenda as far as, okay, I got to go by the manuscript of how I'm trained. I do this, I say this, and I say that. And that's not the way that things go at all. It's very rare that everything's just going to follow and be compartmentalized as far as exactly the way that it's going to go. And so the thing is that we have to be flexible and open to doing things in a different light and making things happen. I'm in the process of trying to buy a trailer park. It's got 13 units. County says, no, it can't be used for a trailer park anymore. And so now we're considering splitting the thing in half and just taking the 4 units that are rented on the front of the property there's always a way to keep the deal going that might be beneficial to everybody involved. So my tip for you in negotiating is always leave an offer on the table. Don't ever shut the door by yourself. Let the other side do the door shutting. Have a great day.